Hey guys, and welcome to Quick Tips, where I'll be giving you tips quickly, in short 1 to 5 minute videos. For this first one, I'm going to be covering curves, which you can kind of think of as a fancier version of levels. And they just give you more control over the adjustment that you're going to make. Let me bring up my curves box with Control M or Command M if you're on Mac. And here you see my color information distributed along in this box here. The more information there is in one particular range, the higher the spike will be. So you can see I have quite a bit of information in the middle, and not so much towards highlights or shadows. Darker information will be on the left, and lighter information will be towards the right. And you can also see that represented here by this bar beneath it. Going through the center of the box here is this line, and this is basically your curves line. And there's a point at each end of this which marks your beginning and end points. So if I really wanted to crank up the contrast, I could just grab these and move the points in. And this is great for creating a high contrast mask if you're working in black and white. I'm going to set these back. The main thing you can do with this line though is add points to it. And let me just add a point here, add it on there, and when I drag it up, the brightness increases, and if I drag it down, the darkness increases. And you can see that also represented here on this sidebar. A common type of curve that you can do is an S curve. It doesn't look much like an S, but it does add a nice contrast effect to it. So I had that first point here, and you can move these along the line, and I drag this one towards the top. And then I'm going to add a second point and just gently drag this down. And I'll click the preview on and off, and it just adds a little bit of contrast. Again, it doesn't look much like an S. But you can also add as many points to this as you want. You can add to your heart's content, just make it look pretty wild. And if I need to remove a point, I can just click on a point and just drag it off. So I'm going to undo all this. The last thing I'm going to go over is the individual channels. So you come up here, it says RGB, and red, green, and blue is basically all the color information that makes up this image. So if I wanted to give this an orange tint, I could go into my red channel, place a point in the middle, just gently drag this up to shift it towards red, and then I'll go to my blue channel and I'll add another point and just gently drag it down. And you can see that just adds a slight orange hue to the overall piece. That'll do it for this quick tip. If you have an idea for a quick tip, leave it in the comments below, and thank you for watching.